Would you want a convicted felon working at your child's school?
It's happening in Gilbert, and in this specific case, it turns out it's perfectly legal. ABC 15's Zach Crenshaw spending the day looking into this. And Zach, all of this started with an email.
The email said there's a convicted felon on campus, so we looked into the tip. Turns out it's completely legal, the school district knew about it, and the man at the center of it all was eager to talk about how one night doesn't define him. CHAZ Scott was always a football standout.
Got a full ride scholarship to Oregon State University.
So it's easy to see why he'd make a great assistant coach.
And I really thrive off of helping kids.
But January 1st, 2011, derailed his work with kids for years.
I looked across the street and my father was being mauled by two people.
In court documents, one person involved told police the then 28-year-old Scott body slammed a 52-year-old man, which led to a serious brain bleed.
I just secure tackled him because he was stabbing my father, and I got stabbed.
Scott was charged with and convicted of aggravated assault, but sentenced to probation, not prison.
And I was on great standing on probation the whole 9 years.
It wasn't easy, though.
In the last 5 years, I've been denied 10 different jobs in Arizona. They've hired me, I've worked for a week, then they've ran my background, and then they fired me.
Which is why it was such a big moment when Williams Field High School hired him to help coach in 2018.
I did all the process to get cleared through the Higley District as far as the fingerprint card.
Gilbert parents I spoke with say the circumstances of the crime matter more than the felony label.
Sometimes people make mistakes, and as long as he's not a threat to a kid, then he should be able to work there.
And they've obviously served their time and been deemed not a threat to society, so let him work, let him do his life.
Scott, who's a father of four, tells me he doesn't try to hide from his past, only learn from it, and hopes others can as well.
Even the kids all know my situation, so I mentor them with it as well. Like, you can make one mistake, but you could always bounce back.
In Gilbert, Zach Crenshaw, ABC 15, Arizona.